The top health experts in Arkansas say COVID-19 vaccine could arrive in the state as early as next week, but the supply will be limited. 5 News reporter Juliana Clipson joins us live with the details and who could receive that vaccine first. Juliana?
Yeah, Erica, and right now it looks like healthcare workers are at the very top of that list. State lawmakers are still discussing the final plans for that, but Dr. Jose Romero says that vaccine could arrive to Arkansas within several days. The Pfizer vaccine goes up for authorization by the FDA on December 10th, with state leaders saying Arkansas will likely receive its first doses as early as next week. Arkansas's top health expert, Dr. Jose Romero, wants to assure Arkansans the safety of this vaccine should not be a concern.
Safety has not been compromised at any point during this process.
Romero stood before the Arkansas Public Health, Welfare, and Labor Committee today, fielding questions from lawmakers about the vaccine.
We have no plans to change our current laws about vaccinations. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so we can dispel any of the fears or anxieties if people don't want to take the vaccination. We're not forcing the vaccination on anyone.
When it comes to who should get the vaccine first, Dr. Romero listed off a tentative plan. First, healthcare workers, next, essential workers, followed by patients in long-term care facilities. Dr. Romero says the healthcare group is not limited to just doctors and nurses.
Not just the doctors, the nurses, the respiratory therapists. It includes housekeeping, persons that keep that institution running, the persons that deliver the food, anybody who's potentially exposed.
Dr. Romero says eventually there will be enough vaccines to vaccinate the entire population, but the first round will be much less than that, with Arkansas expected to be allotted 20,000 doses. Live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Juliana Clipson, 5 News.
All right, Juliana, thanks. Dr. Romero says he will have more updates on the vaccine front tomorrow during the governor's coronavirus briefing. You can watch that live starting at 1:30 right here on Channel 5.